Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Cheyenne Cherry, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to create a custom rolling tray set. So if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel so you can get my videos and like this video while you're at it. Thank you and stay tuned for the video. Okay, so when you start a new project, it's going to be a blank canvas like this. You're going to want to go over to shapes and get the desired shape for your tray or whatever you're making. So in this case, we're going to be making our tray 7.75 by 6. This will allow me to have the perfect size image for my tray. Next, I'm going to go ahead and get another square, and that will serve as my lighter outline. We're going to make that 2.7 by 2.7. That is the standard Bic lighter. Next, we're going to get a circle, and that will be for my ashtray. I have a glass ashtray, so we're going to make that 3.3 by 3.3. Finally, we're going to get another circle, and that will be for my grinder head. I'm going to make that just 2 inches by 2 inches just because it's really little. But if you want to make a stash jar, it'll be 2.4 by 2.4. Okay, so next you're going to go ahead and upload your image. Go over to upload, and then you select your image and select your image from the gallery. Once you do that, anytime you upload anything that's not an SVG, it's going to come to this screen. You're going to click complex and continue. Now this gives you the option to delete any background that you don't want, but in this case we need this stuff, so we're going to go ahead and keep it and hit continue. This screen allows you to choose how you want it to be cut. You can either print the image and then cut it, or just cut it out if you already have the image printed. Then you hit save. It'll take you back to the main screen, and then you'll hit your picture and insert it. Now that you have your picture inserted, you're going to want to make it to match the measurements of your outline. So I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees and then change the measurements to 7.75 by 6. So that way it matches up my tray outline. And then after that, I'm going to get the picture again, and then I'm going to use that for the rest of the outline. So I'm going to get the picture, and I'm going to change the dimensions to 2.7 by 2.7. Now, if you don't want it to keep changing your width and your height automatically, you have to make sure you click that unlock, and it will keep it whatever you type in. So next, for the circles, we're going to just duplicate this image, and we're going to slice it. So we're going to put the circle over top of the image just so you can see exactly what you're going to be cutting. I'm going to scale it down just a little bit and get it just right. And then I'm going to select just that square and that circle. After I do that, I'm going to go down to the bottom and hit slice, and it's going to cut the image for me. I can get rid of all the things that I don't need now, like the outlines and the extra excess of the picture. So I'm going to do the exact same thing with the next circle as well. So I'm going to duplicate the image, and we're going to put it over top of it and put the circle over top of that and make sure I know exactly what I'm cutting. And then I'm going to slice it. Okay, so after that, you can go ahead and get rid of everything else that you don't need, including like the rest of the outlines, and you can go ahead and make your project now. So I like to go ahead and save it. So I'm going to save it under the name that I want. In this case, it's going to be toosii. I'm going to save it, and then I am going to go ahead and begin to make this project. So now when this screen comes up, it'll tell you all the materials you need in the mats and how you should put them on the mat. So it's going to print this image first, and then it's going to cut it, and then it's going to print the next one and cut that one. Okay, so now I have my mat loaded into my Cricut machine. First it's going to feed the mat through so it can register it, and then it's going to begin to read the black lines, the black squares, that way it can know exactly where it's going to be cutting. So after it gets done doing that, it will go ahead and begin to cut out the square that I have designed in Design Space. It's pretty simple and it's pretty fast, and it gets a really clean cut. And then after that, you just push the blinking dot and it unloads. Alright guys, so let's get started. Today you'll be needing your tray. I already spray painted it. It came in gray, so I spray painted it black. I have my grinder, my ashtray, my lighter. And then as far as the materials, I have gloves and I have the epoxy. This is the Pro Marine Supplies. It's the tabletop epoxy and hardener. And then I have some cups to mix it in and my popsicle sticks. And then I have this little silicone brush I like to use to help even it out. So that way it spreads evenly. And then I have my printable vinyl. So I will include everything in the description box with the links as if I can, find them. But yeah, let's get started. I did go ahead and cut out, I traced the back of my tray and cut it out. And so I believe it fits pretty nicely. I just wanted to fit on the inside. So that's how it's gonna fit. So we're just gonna take this off, take the backing off. If I can. And I'm gonna try to match this up as good as I can. Okay. And then I'm just gonna take what we've printed out already. So this is gonna be for the top of the grinder. And the ashtray. So, and then last but not least, I just grabbed the first lighter I seen. I could have found a black one, but this is gonna cover the entire thing, so I don't think it really matters what color you get. And you just smooth it out and around like so. So that way it is even. And that is your lighter. So honestly guys, I think I just messed this up because look, so you see that? Yeah, so I'm trying to think of what I can do to get that to stick on there for right now. Cause don't nobody got time to be reprinting. Alright guys, so I have some double-sided tape, so I think I'm going to try to use that to try to rectify this situation here. So just want to make sure that it's on there. You don't want any bubbles or any opening underneath this picture, because then the epoxy will get underneath there and then it won't stick and it'll be all lumpy and stuff. We have the tray, lighter, grinder, and the ashtray. We're gonna put these to the side for a second, and then we're gonna get into this epoxy. All right, so I went ahead and marked my cups because it is a 1-to-1 ratio, so you do have to have it matching up. This is my first time using this Pro Marine. Usually I do use the Amazing Clear Cast epoxy, but I just kind of wanted to try something new. So hopefully I end up liking it. No air bubbles. 72 hours. Dang. Okay. The other one was like a couple of hours. So, all right. Anyways, let me get back to this video. This one here, so I don't forget. This is A, and this would be B. All right. Boom. All right. into one cup, or you can empty them into each other, whichever one works best for you, sis. And you want to make sure you get every last little drop that you can. You want to scrape this until there's nothing left in this cup, because like I said, you have to measure it equally. Alright, but y'all don't want to see me do this, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip this part of the video, or fast forward, and then I'll see y'all in a second. Once you get it, poured into each other, it's going to be really, really cloudy, and you want to keep stirring until it's clear. They do say not to stir fast, and to try to stir uniformly, but I use my heat gun to get the air bubbles out whenever I see some. All right, so I have my epoxy mixed, and my gloves are now yucky, and I don't want to get it everywhere, so I'm gonna just get some new ones because okay. All right, so we're gonna get into laying this epoxy. I'm really nervous because I don't think this is as flat as I want it to be, but this is literally just, because I wanted to try something and I wanted to post something for my subscribers. Because they probably like, dang, where's she at? She got to subscribe and don't got no videos. So, yeah, this is a, first try type of thing. So we're going to see how it goes. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and pour it. And I will use my heat gun to get any air bubbles out if I need to. So I'm just going to put those in there. And I'm gonna pour a light amount at first, just so I can get it to be nice and even. So I'm gonna pour this much first, and make sure your pitcher is all the way flat and secure to your tray, so that way you don't run into problems like these. Then I'm gonna pour a little bit on my ashtray. Don't really need too much. This is just going on the inside. And I'm just going to, move it around, make sure it's on the pitcher, make sure it's nice and evenly distributed, so that way you don't have it. I'm gonna take some of this though and put it on this. I have quite a bit of epoxy left over. Okay, whatever, I'm getting distracted and beside the point. So I have a lot of epoxy left over, so I'm just gonna throw it on one of these trays that I have just sitting around that I haven't done nothing with, because I don't want to waste that. And then as far as the lighter goes, I guess I will just do this. I'll do it over the cup, so that way whatever drips on into the cup. All right, so looks pretty good to me. So here is the heat gun. Just gonna take it and plug it in. Of course I got resin all over it, but whatever. Alright, so I'm gonna let this dry for a little while, and then I'll come back in a few hours and see how it's doing. With the Amazing Clear Cast, it usually only takes about, what, 6 to 7 hours to dry fully. So I'm going to check back in a couple of hours. If it's not looking like it's going to be dry, I'm going to leave it overnight. So, yeah. See you in a second. Okay guys, so this is the following day and this is the finished product. I do like how everything turned out. I did go ahead and apply a second coat just to make sure everything was nice and dry in an even layer. I don't like how the lighter came out because it was a few bubbles in there that I didn't get a chance to use a heat gun on, and I chipped it. So yeah, that turned out like that. But other than that, that can be remade very easily. I'm going to try a different method next time. I'm going to try the vinyl and some self-lamination sheets. I feel like that will work a little bit better. So I will be doing a video on how that turns out with my next set. So yeah, comment below and let me know how you like how the tray turned out and what you want to see next. And stay tuned for my next video.